Hi. Thinking about what we are doing, changing all the time. Sometimes it's very glib just to say that, and it's like, oh, okay, yeah, I know that. What's that mean? And what it means is that we are changing all of the time. We are habitualized within the context of this moment by moment changing, and we're oblivious, taking it for granted and not really thinking about it. Maybe even we're avoiding conceptualizing what's happening. I don't know. It's amazing. There are so many different levels of awareness that one can have, that we can share in so many different ways. How many different ways can we respond to a circumstance, or how many different ways can we react to a circumstance? How sensitive are we to the circumstance of life itself? How sensitive, how receptive, how open or closed, how allowing, or how much do we shrink back from a new idea or new concept or a new experience? Or how much do we embrace? How curious do we become? Where do we find our joy? Where do we find our distaste? Where do we find our successes? Where do we find our failures? There are so many things that are going on in a vast pool of reality. And because of the size of creation, it's easy to settle into it. It is embracing, it is engulfing, it is being immersed in the energy of creation. All of these aspects of actions and reactions and responses are what? Energy. For someone to vocalize words like I'm doing now, its energy is being utilized to do this. I am thinking, my mind is contemplating thoughts to have the next moment's words come into my mind. The thoughts are being brought into some process where I can speak. Do I understand it? No, I don't. There's just so much that we take for granted. Turns out that these are incredible tools. We keep learning all these things, right? We learn that certain bits of rock and soil and these different things in the world all have value, right? Rare earths. 50 years ago, the rare earths were garbage. We didn't care. Now look, inside of ourselves, most likely are the greatest treasures we'll find. Opening doors and windows to our own minds, to our own physiology, to our own spirituality, to creation itself. We are the conduit between the physical and the spiritual. We are, because we're thinking, we're processing, we're imagining, we're visualizing. And we already see that we have some capabilities of having a greater depth of understanding of different dimensions, different realities, even different things that are going on. Seeing spirits, having premonitions. These kinds of things are indicative of something more than what we usually consider to be the norm. Something outside, extra sensory of our being. It's very interesting to be part of all this. breathing comfortably, alert, warm, lingering in a halo of warmth and energy emanating from our bodies, an orangey red glow, allowing oneself to breathe with a sense of kindness, letting go, pulsing with a cadence of one's life energy, letting it flow, allowing oneself to glow, allowing oneself to shimmer, vibrate in ecstatic communion with one's own physiology, one's own body, allowing oneself to do this, to glow, feeling the warmth emanating from your skin, feeling your blood circulating with the pulse of your heart, feeling your breath rushing in and pausing and out again, pausing, waiting for you to want to breathe, being aware, thoughtful, being mindful, meditative, being kind and understanding, planting seeds in one's garden, deliberately seeking self-improvement all day for a moment or two, or for longer stretches. 14 minutes is 1% of one's day. This is a nice amount of time. Being here now, bundles of miracles, thinking about the miracle each of us calls ourselves, thinking about where these selves have come from, going back to the roots, 5,000, 10,000, 50,000, 100,000 years, and see your ancestors before ourselves, seeing our ancestors as they live, seeing how they interact, seeing ourselves without a bias, neutrally, as a witness, as an observer, just to understand, to have compassion and empathy, seeking experience, to better understand oneself. This is what we're doing all day. When you have your tools and the level of awareness surrounding your tools, then you're better off. That's it for right now. Breathe, pulse, shimmer in awareness, in kindness, compassion, empathy, gaining experience, wisdom, maturity, planting seeds to increase one's virtuosity. All day. Namaste. I'll talk to you later. Ho, 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 ho. Namaste.